Unveiling ceremony of Standard Consulting and Media Limited. I hope everyone can hear me. Can you hear me? Can everyone hear me? Okay, good. So I welcome everyone to this great occasion of the unveiling ceremony of a standard SCMS company. It's a great honor to have every one of you here. Every one of us is a special guest of honor. Everyone is a special guest of honor, but we have a few persons. I'm going to mention their name right here. Who are very, would like to say they are very special too. They're very special people. So I'm going to mention, if I don't mention your name, that does not mean that you are not special. Yeah, that does not mean you're not special. Everyone is special. But I just want to mention a few names I can actually remember here. The list we have here, they are very much. So I'm going to mention each of them. Okay, as we wait just a few minutes, I'm going to mention their names. Okay, we have right here, Dr. Okwa. I'm trying to just get their names. I'm trying to get their names. Yeah. Okay, on our special guest of honor, we have Mr. Ugochukwu Ejikoye, one of the Nigerian finest journalists recognized nationally and internationally. We have the next person, Mrs. Kalista Ejikoye, the National Youth and Children Coordinator of WCCRN. That's WCCRN is Watchman Catholic Charismatic Renewal Movement. We have Dr. Chikadre Wangbu, a lecturer at the Department of Political Science, University of Nigeria, Nsukka. We have Mr. Leo Ejiso Onyeme Uche, lecturer at English and Literary Studies, University of Nigeria, Nsukka. We have the next person on the line, Dr. Chibuzo Onufo, lecturer at English and Literary Studies, University of Nigeria, Nsukka. We equally have Dr. Joel Ohanibo. We have Pastor Charles Ebu, Pastor Solomon Oruge. We have Mr. Chukwu Wakine, a business guru. We have Pastor Amos Obeta, a missionary in Ghana. We have Dr. Onyabo. We have Dr. Nelson Nkwo, Dr. Dachukwu Nkwo, Barrister Amobi Ikebude, Barrister Michael Oyaga, Mrs. Phoebe Hannibal, Professor Taye Taiwo, Associate Prof. Godwin Iwuchukwu, Pastor Oke Onyenekwe, and Engineer Nnamdi Onachukwu, a serial entrepreneur and pastor. This is just to mention a few of the special guests of honor. We have a number of every other person who we could not mention because of the want of time. Okay, so we move on with our program. If you are not mentioned, it doesn't really mean that you are not recognized. You're actually recognized. Okay, so but for the want of time, we decided to just pick few persons to mention their name. But I want to tell you that all of you are special to us. You are very much special. Okay, so we really appreciate your time with us today. You know, making out time from your busy schedules to be here today. Okay, so we really appreciate you, and we are assuring you today that by the time we are done with this great occasion, you will leave here with great something. I mean, we'll leave here with great things. Okay, so we're going to take in instrumental, trumpet, and a few other things before we move on. Thank you. Okay, we're taking instrumental right away. Yeah. Okay. Okay, good. Yeah. Sorry, it's a foreign name, so I'm trying to just get the right pronunciation. So we call it welcome Dr. Kishore from India. It's a renowned personality in India. Well, by the time it's one of our speakers. So when we've been introducing our speakers, I think we throw more light on his portfolios and his profile. I think the short introduction about him, it's okay. So when we come back for the speakers, we can actually, talk about his profile. And we actually welcome every other person. Those whose name are not mentioned, you are highly welcome. Okay. So we just take instrumental while we take the next in our program. We're actually taking, okay, we're taking a demo right now. We want to take some instrumentals before we'll move on with other things. Please, we need instrumental while we wait for the other part of the next in line. So we actually need, we need instrumental while we wait for the next program. Okay. Okay, we're going to actually introduce, we welcome we need basically the instrumental while we wait for the next person, the next line of the program. Okay, without taking much of our time, I'm going to show you what we have the line, what we have in line. We have our program right here. Have a welcome. We're going to soon welcome the first speaker. So we're going to just do a little introduction about him. We're going to do that right now. Okay. Let's just a minute. We're trying to. Okay, so we welcome the first speaker. And the bio is going to. So we're welcoming the first speaker right here now. I just want to take a few time to read his profile. Okay, so I hope the first speaker is ready. Is the first speaker ready?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So our first speaker is Dr. Kishore K. Muralidharan. If I'm not very much correct because it's a foreign name. Okay, his profile is a corporate trainer, business mentor, international author, is a passionate social trainer with hands-on management experience over 30 years in wide range of industries. Summary of his skills and experience. He has honors graduate in chemistry, postgraduate in management, with a degree in law and with decades of experience in training, business operations, sales and marketing in India and other parts of the world. Is a certified personality. Okay. Our first speaker, it's not, I think our first speaker is here. Sorry for that mistake. I'm actually reading for the next person. So just a minute. Okay. So Sucheta Acharya is the next, is the first person that's going to present to us right now. So I'm going to actually read his profile. In a few minutes now, we're going to do that. I'm going to read his profile. Okay. Okay, Sucheta Acharya is a first-generation entrepreneur or thought entrepreneur with innovation and concepts. A founder of Baby Paints, a CEO and managing director, Sokia Enterprises, director strategy, We Aim Mart, PVT Limited. Is also a director, Women Wing, Federation of India Industries, and professional international speaker, international startup mentor, international awardee. It's an Eng graduate in Camp C with PG diploma in finance, investment banking. Sucheta believes in Sucheta believes in building strong and result-oriented business strategy. An entrepreneur herself, she believes in power of women and motivates and mentors fellow women entrepreneurs through various platforms. Her brainchild, Baby Prince, made it mark in a very short time in the customer space, established in 2017 and engaged around 200 women directly or indirectly. In a relatively short span of 5 years, she's proud to present herself as a successful women entrepreneur, supporting many single mothers by providing direct employment for this marginalized section of the society. Having participated in various international exhibitions, it became a passion to spread into international markets. We want to say welcome, Egenes, welcome Sucheta Acharya. So we welcome her on board to start her speech. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Emeka, for such a wonderful introduction of mine.
Thank you.
Dr. Kishore, Phoebe, Mr. Emeka, and all dignitaries today here, present here. I'm actually an entrepreneur from Hyderabad, a beautiful city from India. I was given a topic of, how to change your destiny and life with your own planning your planning your success and failures, managing your failures. The topic is actually very kind of tough to understand, but it is actually easy to follow and easy to, manage the success and the failure at the same time. Now, but the question is, when we think of this and close the eyes and, think deep into this particular matter, we realize that is it exclusively and limited to only few successful people, or is it, universal principle like managing the success and the failure? And by the way, all these are something to really ponder and think about, or much worse, to be concerned about. And I really, really thank Phoebe for giving me this particular topic. Actually, it's not easy to understand and follow, but if we follow, it is really, implementable. As Lord Buddha says, no one saves us but ourselves. No one can and no one may. We ourselves must walk the path. No one is coming to help you out. It is you who have to do it. So every step you take must lead you to the success. That is a reality that should dawn into each one of us at every single moment. The day one owns this particular philosophy, we can control the life and therefore the destiny the way we want. The pen that writes the life story must be held in our own hands, right? Now, control. What do you want and what we do not want and what we can do, right? As Jack Canfield says, you only have control over the three things in your life: the thoughts you think, the images you visualize, and the actions you take. Therefore, the first step in the whole process to have right thinking and have right state of mind. The state of unwavered mind in Sanskrit, the ancient Indian language, is called Sthita Prajna. It is the state of the mind, like the flame of lamp at a place without praise. You know, the flame of lamp placed in a place without praise doesn't actually waver. So the person's mind should be like that, and that particular state is called as the sthita prajna. The one who knows his or her worth and has not shaken by the negative assessment by the others, and he or she enjoys the life and yet has the ability to withdraw his mind at will from all the object of senses. He does not allow unfulfilled desires or failures to stick to him or her like mud. And how do you achieve this? Lord Krishna says, you can control it by constant practice and detachment. The Lord says, without detachment towards the distracting people and distracting things, the mind cannot be controlled. The constantly practice detachment towards the negativity is nothing but habit formation. So the habit formation is very, very important to the first step towards your success. You must repeatedly practice what you think is good. How it is good for you by putting it, into the execution, because that's how we get better. Success is hastened or delayed by one's habits and not by, passing the inspirations or brilliant ideas. So as much as everyday mental habits that control your life. In practical day-to-day life and businesses, how does one achieve this? One of the tumbling blocks or hurdles in our path of the success is just a fear of failure. We do have, isn't it? So how does one achieve this? First off, you come over the fear of failure by facing the fear head on. So secondly, mistakes are not the problem. Don't take the mistakes as the problem, but taking the opportunity to learn from them is really work wonders. Thirdly, if there is mistake, take a break, analyze your mistakes. Next one, if it's far better to do something than doing nothing, right? And it's something imperfectly, I would say, than doing nothing perfectly. So just do not get fears about imperfectness. Just get into the action first. Next is, we are the products of our past, but we don't have to let our mistakes define us. And this is very, very important. Don't let your mistakes define you. One enemy of the success is the fear of the failure, and that's a most dangerous enemy. Accepting that the failure is part of the process is really, really important. Let out your frustration and be brutally honest about it. Now, once you have known about how to handle the failure or the mistake, it's absolutely easier to move on, be on the success path. So for success to become a habit, what you need to do? Continue to set the goals. So every day make a habit to make a to-do list. And at the end of the day, just see whether the to-do list is like you have achieved the to-do list or not. If not, how much percentage was your failure in achieving it. Try to become better the next day. Stay focused. Be consistent, and consistent action creates consistent results. Be careful how you talk to yourself, because you are listening. You must always have the positive and winning attitude and winning feeling also. We must also realize that you cannot do it alone, and you don't have to also. We are a part of the community and we are part of the society, so involve everyone. Accept the reality. This is very important. We women, actually, I talk a lot about the women entrepreneurs and about women empowerment. We women have our own problems, like taking additional responsibility of the family. Women are always allowed as a second preference in terms of the career compared to the men of the family. But she never takes it as a disadvantage. She takes it as advantage, works better for it, and you see many women entrepreneurs who are doing successfully like wonders in all over the world. Actually, we come across physically challenged people. and have so many success stories amongst them also. Maybe a world-renowned scientist or a mountaineer, right? So the point here is accept the reality. So even if you're a woman, even if you're physically a challenged person, or whatever drawbacks you're having in your personality, accept it and move ahead. Don't stick to it. Okay, this is what I'm lacking in my personality. Do not dig into the past and do not compare yourself with your past performance. What has happened has happened. Just start afresh. In 2020 to 2021 and even half of the 22 also, we have seen a lot of people losing out in their jobs. A lot of people actually losing their businesses also. And when they started again, they started at where they have ended their career in 2020. Don't do that actually. So try to take a step back and move forward. So this is more relevance after the pandemic across the world, and we have seen it is like everywhere. But there are stories of the professionals and entrepreneurs who have taken a step back and started afresh and making successful stories. And next is work upon your weaknesses and make your strength stronger. I'm talking about working upon the weaknesses. I always talk about making your strength stronger. The reason is quite easier to do, and it interests us. Simple human psychology. When you are good at one thing, you are interested in doing that, right? When you are not good at doing something, you are not interested in doing that. So just work upon the basics of your weaknesses. You don't have to master your weaknesses, but yes, you strengthen your strengths. Give more focus to your developing on your strengths and successes than worrying about the weaknesses and failures. How do you attain this? Again, change your thinking, visualize, and bring into the actions. Make it a habit to ensure that positive thinking and success visualization take every step as a forward step. If I may repeat, the day you realize and completely own up that you are the writer of your destiny and that you are the only one who can control your life, believe me, this positive thinking makes a habit, and this habit gets into the positive action, and success will definitely be yours. Success will definitely follow. And this is how I want to define. Even if you have lost something during the pandemic period, just remember there are many people who have done that and have stood up on their own again and made their success stories. So face the fear you are having and make your own success story. So here I want to rest. I again thank Mr. Emeka, Miss Phoebe, dear Phoebe, thank you so much for having me here. And thank you everyone for patient listening. Thank you so much.
Wow, that's a very good
Thank
presentation.
You,
Acharya, we're so grateful. We learned so much from this presentation, this awesome presentation. It's a good one. I think we're moving forward. The presentation is awesome. We keep learning. So we're going to call on the second presenter. It's, in fact, this particular program, it's something that we have to put our pen and papers. We have to be writing because there are a lot of information they are actually bringing in for the sake of the participant of this great unveiling occasion. So we're going to take instrumentals. Thank you. Okay.
Let me do the proceed. At least let me hear what you do.
And I should
Okay, should we beg?
Moderator, we can't hear you. You are muted. Please unmute.
Can everyone hear me?
You're back.
Okay, I'm back. Okay, thank you very much. Sorry for the hitches we have on the sound production during the instrumental. We're going direct to the next presenter. And the next presenter is Mr. Emeka Onwuchukwu. It's a graduate of agricultural economics from Federal University of Education, Owerri. He's a chartered stockbroker and an investment advisor, a fund manager, and an oil trader. He works as the chief operating officer in downstream oil and gas company. He holds a master's degree in business administration from the University of South Wales, UK. He is married and has 3 children and lives in Lagos, Nigeria. Mr. Emeka Onwuchukwu, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you. A very good afternoon, everyone. I want to believe
Thank you,
that
sir.
everyone can hear me and possibly see me.
Yes, we can. Yeah.
Thank you. First of all, I will be saying a very big thank you to the Almighty God, who always has all praise and appreciation, because it is from him that all good things flow, especially life, because everyone will give everything for his own life. No matter what you have or what you've acquired or what you're looking for, it's not worth your life. And so if life is the biggest thing we have, we should appreciate the giver of life, who is the Almighty God. So I thank you. Second, I will thank Mrs. Phoebe, who has brought us together in this occasion, and also her amiable husband, Engineer Chris. I will also appreciate Sucheta Asharaya, who just delivered a very brief but powerful teaching to us. And then I'll recognize the other speaker, Dr. Kishore M. I want to say welcome to all of you. It's my pleasure to see that you're already connected to this program. So I'm asked to speak just briefly on this subtopic, how to magnetize money into your business. I like the choice of words, though they are dangerous. How to magnetize money into your business. Yes, magnetizing means attracts with some force, without even physical contacts. I would say to you that you can magnetize anything you want, depending on your understanding of what that thing has affinity to. I'm using a simple illustration of a magnet. A magnet draws anything that is metallic or has iron content in it. It draws it. If you bring a magnet close to a plastic, it doesn't attract it. If you bring a magnet close to a paper or cloth, it will not be attracted. But if you bring a magnet towards any material that has iron content, it attracts it. So to magnetize a thing, there must be some content that has affinity for what you want to magnetize it to. So money has affinity for one thing, and that is safety. Money doesn't stay where it is not safe. It goes away from there. Money doesn't stay where it doesn't multiply. It dies there. It diminishes there. So two things. If you want your business or yourself to attract money, first, I use the examples. Of course, I'm a preacher, so I can't say a word or I can't talk for 5 minutes without inserting words from the Holy Writ. And so I'm going to be using 2 examples in this few minutes presentation. First, I will say that one person I saw that magnetized success is Joseph in the Bible. I see Joseph in Genesis 39. You will see that he moved from a position of being so much loved to a position of being so much hated. And from the hatred drove him so down into slavery. And even when he got into slavery, he began to exhibit hard work, the same principles that made him love honesty. And he was so much loved by the people that he went to serve. The Lord drove him into hatred again. And from there, he was sent into prison in the dungeon that is deeper in the ground. And there, he began to work so hard against these principles. He was so much loved by the prisoner, by the warder, that he was made the master of the prisoners. And from there, he began to exhibit the same diligence, hard work, and love for everyone around him, and attracted the favor of the butler, who was eventually elevated. And he was called into the palace. On the same day, he was moved from prison to prime minister. My people, I want to let you know that the principle that made that possible is called excellence. And in Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 10, the Holy Read says, whatsoever you find your hand to do it with all your heart, diligence. So I've learned in my little work life that anytime you put your heart to your work with a mindset to deliver excellence, there is a statement I have on the board in my office, and it says, autograph your work with excellence, such that anything you do, anybody sees it will say, I know who would have done this. And when someone presents a job, say, no, this can't be his work. I can't see his autograph on it. It's not excellent. This is the quality that attracts money to any business. Note, it doesn't have to be ethical or non-ethical. Any business that is able to show excellence will attract money. And I've said at the beginning, money does not go to where it does not have affinity for, where it is not safe, where it cannot multiply. It doesn't go there. The second person I want to use in my example is Moses. Moses was found as a prince in Egypt. He exhibited excellence and was, next in line to the throne. But you know what? His passion drove him to hatred, and he went into exile. But the very first day Moses left Egypt and went into the wilderness, he met a group of farmers, herders, and he exhibited the same character, justice. Moses is a man who is always demanding justice for whosoever. It was his demand for justice in Egypt that drove him into exile. As soon as he came to the pool, where the well, where the herders watered their flocks, he defended the daughters of Laban who were being oppressed by other herders, demanded justice for them, and assisted them to feed, to water their flock. And immediately favor found him again. He went to the house of Laban and began to serve again. Sorry, not Laban, Jethro. Eventually, he became the father-in-law. Same with Jacob. So the second thing I will talk about is, if you are diligent in the little, more will come. Sometimes people walk up to me and say, sir, please, can you help me with $1 million or 500,000? If I can get it, I'll multiply my business. I say, boy, you are getting it wrong. I didn't start with $1 million, neither did I start with 100,000. I started my business with zero income, with 0 naira, 0 capital. What attracted money to me was, one, excellence. Someone gave me a little money to go buy something for him. I delivered. I stayed with this person and managed money. He saw that I don't allow a kobo slip off my hands carelessly. And so, second, diligence. I understood the business, found the opportunities, and as soon as the opportunity came, I called someone that has the money, but didn't have the expertise. Remember, I have the expertise, I didn't have the money, and I have honesty and diligence. I called him and said, if you bring this money, I will do this business in 3 weeks. I will return this profit to you. I've already seen that I could actually make much more, but I was conservative in my profit proposal. When he brought the money, I deployed it exactly where we agreed. And I made 2 times the profit I promised him. In 3 weeks, I returned to him exactly the profit I promised him, because I made much more. He was extremely excited and told me that, please, anytime this kind of opportunity comes again, I should let him know. And I did. Take it from me, in a matter of 6 months, he gave me 3 times the first amount he brought, and I began to magnetize money in that way. Till today, I do business with other people's money, and the bank has even come to say, please, we want to give you money. But please note, when you are magnetizing money, there is something you must understand. Find out the cost of that fund, because the rule, the general rule to know whether you should take up a fund is your internal rate of return, or IRR, or ROI, rate of return, the return on investment must be higher than the cost of that fund, which is the interest rate. The bank was trying to give me money at 3% for 18 months, and it's 36% per annum. I told them that my own return is the same 3%. So what it means is I'm just going to be working for you. I didn't jump on the money. Some people will quickly jump and say, yes, yes, yes. Bank says they'll give me tens of millions, hundreds of millions. You don't jump on funds that way. So first you can magnetize fund, but if you want to consistently bring money come to you, make sure that the kind of funds you're attracting is the kind that is needed for your kind of business. There are businesses that if you give them fund at 30% per annum, they can use it and return because they earn more than that. Some businesses earn only 20% per annum, and you go and get money at 30%. You already begin great for that business. So I just have 3 more minutes because I decided not to exceed the time as part of discipline. Please, in conclusion, to magnetize money to your business, I will summarize by saying, be diligent in little. The Bible says, if you are faithful in the little, more will be given to you. If you find yourself serving someone and your salary is 10,000 naira, which is far, far less than, but 10,000 naira is just like 20 cents, maybe something like that. So horrible. But someone can move from earning $1 per day. $1 is 700 naira today. So if you earn $1 per day in a month, you're earning $30, and that is about 20-something thousand naira. That's a decent sum. So $1 a day, let me tell you, you can grow from there. When people see the way you handle things, someone will ask, who is that? If they don't ask today, they will ask tomorrow. Excellence, diligence, honesty, and then do the simple mathematics. Thank you all for today, and I hope you got something. Thank you very much.
Wow. Thank you very much for that wonderful presentation. It's awesome. Like I said, it's a very short one, but it's powerful. We got so much. Thank you, Mr. Emeka, for that wonderful presentation. We're so grateful.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, God bless you. We are so enriched. Yes, he talked about diligence, and no matter how small the amount you have with you, but you're diligent and working very hard and not just spending anyhow, you're going to get so much from it. We are so grateful to you. Thank you very much for that wonderful presentation. So we're going to meet the hosts, the brain behind this great occasion. And I'm going to just talk a little about her before we listen to instrumental. The brain behind this great occasion, it's here with us, and that is Mrs. Faith Christian. Is a certified professional life coach, skill trainer, author, hello everyone, can you hear me? Okay. Okay, so sorry for the mix-up. We are taking the next person. and that is Dr. Kisha. I'm just going to read his profile. It's going to be a wonderful time with him. Okay, so let me just take his profile. We see much about him. It's a great and wonderful corporate trainer, Mr. Kishore. Dr. Kishore K. Muralidharan. Please just excuse me if the name is not well pronounced because it's not an English word. Okay, Dr. Kishore is a corporate trainer, business mentor, an international author, a passionate social trainer with hands-on management experience of over 32 years in a wide range of industries. Summary of his skills and experience. He has honors in chemistry, postgraduate in management with a degree in law and 3 decades of experience in company, business operations, sales and marketing in India and other parts of the world. He's a certified personnel in sales strategies from University of Chicago, Booth Business School, USA. He has PhD from Wharton University. NCSDC certified trainer, Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship in, Government of India. Junior Chamber International Certified National Trainer, top scorer with C1 SEFR level in Cambridge University, Placement English. He authored 3 books, Leadership Mantras for Success, Sales Mastery Made, and Power Path Success Formulae, published globally by Amazon.com. Fluency in 7 different languages, English, Hindi, Malayalam, Tamil, Telugu, Oriya, and Bengali. Founder and director of SRK Trainers. Founder, director of Beyond Syllabus PVT Limited. Managing director of FRL Technologies PVT Limited. Representing Crusader Chemical Co. International, Baltimore, USA in India. The world leader in Dewber and Deformer chemicals. A corporate trainer on entrepreneurship, modern strategic selling skills, business leadership and management soft skills. He has trained over 25,000 girls in self-defense as part of Project Shield. Experienced in the sales and marketing wide range of products, such as pharmaceutical software solutions, FMCG products, lattice additive chemicals, and others. He's exposed in pharmaceutical selling, FMCG marketing, industrial selling, international business. Few esteemed training clients are BPCL, Kerala Industrial Development Corporation, Kerala Place, Cochin Custom Department, Nest Group, Zeba Labs, Federal Banks, Mahadra Group, PD Training Australia, Alliance Insurance, Huron Reports, New India Assurance, and so many others. He's the president of JCI Coaching 2013. He was also the president of Jane Enakulam between 221 to 222 and also 22 to 23. Business coach, JCOM, life member, Indian Society of Training and Development. Life member, India Global Institute, Life member, All India Management Association. I mean, that's just, we're top-notch profile. We want to say, Doctor, you are welcome to this wonderful program or unveiling program. You're welcome, Doctor. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for a long and a wonderful introduction. After a very long time, I had somebody introducing me with my full profile. I expected a few lines from that. Anyway, thank you so much. Now that I'm outside, so there could be a little disturbance. Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible. Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. So in fact, I'm on a holiday in London, and when Phoebe requested me to conduct this training, this small talk, I could not refuse because I want to see her grow and her organization to be successful. So I thought, even if I'm on a holiday, let me spend few minutes with all the great personalities whom she has also invited here. I was hearing to Sucheta. Aneka and Chris, Phoebe, of course, I'll be listening to her. Well, today's world, it's one of the challenging world, but still the opportunities are tremendous. So when there is a challenge, it is a skill that takes you through. And acquiring the right kind of skill at this point of time will always take you ahead of the competition and take you ahead in your business growth. And the topic given to me is equally challenging: starting and running a successful business with little or no capital. I know she's asking me for the real secret, and if the secret is revealed to people, I don't think starting a business will be difficult to anybody for that matter. Yes, starting a business without a capital could be easy, but running a business without a capital, it's not easy. Well, if you're starting a business as a startup, there are two things. Either you have the skill or you have the capital. If you have skill, if you have experience, and if you have a team of professionals who are experienced in those specific skills, you can start your business and make it run. But then, for it to continuously grow and progress, you need capital, because you need to bring in people from outside to help you grow. So when you have to bring in professionals, when you have to bring in people with skill sets into your organization, you will have to pay them. So starting a business, of course, as an entrepreneur, as a startup uh, venturist, you should have a passion. That's the first and the foremost thing to start a business, is a passion. Once you have a passion and with a proper idea, you can start your business, right? Well, what should be an idea? An idea is something which should address the need of today's society, or which should address a problem faced by the society, or a problem faced by your prospective customers. Or you should have a solution which should address to the needs. For example, today the fuel cost is going up. If you can produce an automobile which can run on solar power, there's nothing like that. That could be a revolution that can change the entire mode of transportation. So that's an idea. And if you be able to provide a solution to the main problem of the cost of fuel or energy, and then the opportunity, the doors of opportunity will open for you. And one more important point, when you start a business with less capital, uh, service industry is one area where you need a little capital to start a business. For example, now Phoebe has started this business, which is basically a service industry, where she's going to offer skill and training to people who could be employable. So that's a noble thought in a business model, because she wants to offer knowledge and skill to people so that they become employable. So that is, she's creating a society where she is able to help people make their living. So that's such a noble thought. And what she needs is a proper trainer who could offer the training on skills. So which she and her team are able to provide at this point of time. So now what she need, what is happening is, with the existing team of professionals having the skill to to train the people in terms of languages, helping them publish their books. With that, she is able to start a business, or you are able to start a business and help people. And yes, but for your business to, when your business today is on the growth path, that's where you'll have to bring in capital into it. So for which there are people, as I was just listening to my the speaker earlier, he was mentioning about how there were people willing to fund his projects because he had the skill to multiply their profits, or he could generate revenue for the investor much more than what is offered in the banks. That is a skill he owned. And if you have the skill, there are people willing to fund your business, right? So if once you have the kind of skill, once you have understood what the requirement of the market is, then financing for growth, you will have investors coming to you. And most important for any startup, what I always suggest is, don't invite an investor just for the sake of money. An investor or a partner who's joining you should also be able to contribute to your cause. He should offer some kind of a skill set which can add value to your business. Just bringing money will not help your organization. Bring in an investor who knows business, bring in an investor who knows marketing, bring in an investor who knows finance, bring in an investor who has the infrastructure to help you. So an investor along with money should add value to organization. So if that kind of investor joins you and becomes a partner, the growth of the organization also becomes fast and rapid. And one more most important ingredient is your seeking of knowledge in the area where you're operating a business. Because any industry, whatever you start today, any business you start today, it keeps on changing and modernizing itself. And as an organization, your organization should be a knowledge seeking organization, which means the a learning organization is what you should create. That is an organization which will learn by itself, adapting to the change, preparing itself to the needs of the future. Once you have this kind of a business model, I tell you, starting and running a business with zero investment initially is very easy. So what I was just mentioning is, you should have an idea which should be able to solve a problem of the current situation, or it should be able to address the need of a customer. Your idea should be able to help people of the society, and you should always focus on a service industry in case you don't have much capital, because otherwise if you go into manufacturing, you need a lot of capital investment. So focus on a service industry wherein your internal skill sets will be able to help you sustain for some period of time. And the other point what I mentioned is, bring in an investor who will also add value to organization, and ensure that your organization is a knowledge-based organization where learning happens within as a continuous process. So with this, I thank the entire team of Standard Media for this opportunity given to me, and I'm really thrilled to be present here on this day with Phoebe and the entire team. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, I'm ready to answer. But otherwise, I think I've taken my the time for given to me. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Keshav, for that wonderful eye-opening presentation. We are so happy about it. We've learned so much from it. This program is really packed. You know, having somebody of your caliber being part of the presenters, it's actually a privilege to us. We really appreciate your time and your knowledge expose. God bless you.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're going to take instrumental right now to ease off before we take the next presenter. Okay, that's a wonderful melody we've actually listened to. So we're going to take, before we take the next, which is the next on our list, we're going to actually take the next speaker. We're taking the next speaker so that while we wait for some other stuff to get ready, we'll take the next speaker. Okay, so I'm going to actually read the profile of the next speaker, and I hope the next speaker is actually warming up. I hope the next speaker is actually warming up. So I'm going to read his profile before he comes on board. Okay. Okay, the next speaker right here is Engineer Chris Ebia. He's a graduate of electronic engineering from University of Nigeria in Nsukka. A former staff of Akiota Worked Limited. He worked as a site engineer in Valency Cable Network in Nsukka. Former WAEC assistant examiner. He was an award winner of TIBA 2021 award as an innovative business brand of the year. He is the CEO of Daystar Electrical Consults. As a field engineer in electrical works, he has carried out numerous projects in electrical installations. He has equally supervised different electrical works. As one who has begun leadership at the early stage of his life, he has over 20 years experience in leadership, chiefly among the youth. He is also a religious leader in the Watchman Catholic Charismatic Renewal Movement, a denomination with an end-time mandate of revival for the church. He belongs to some professional bodies like one, the Nigerian Society of Engineers, NSE, Health of Mother Earth Foundation, Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineering, and many more. Sir, an engineer, you're welcome to the podium. And we're ready to listen to your presentation. God bless you, sir. We can't hear you, please. Can you unmute your mic? Engineer Chris, we can't hear you. Can you unmute your mic?
Thank you very much. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can. Thank you very much. We can.
All right, thank you. First of all, I want to appreciate God for today's event and how He made it possible for us to be around this wonderful occasion. I appreciate the former speakers, Mr. Emeka Onichukwu from Lagos, Nigeria, and Dr. Kishore, who blessed us from London, and also Akaya. I appreciate every one of you. I've learned a lot. Okay, I also appreciate the host, Mrs. Phoebe Christian. It's a wonderful time. It's not easy unveiling this great company.
Oh, we can't hear you. I think there's a little of a network problem.
All right,
Okay,
sorry for that.
Okay, thank you very much.
So you want to achieve possibly the goals you set for yourself. Now, the question now is, does one actually want to become a better version of oneself? Because why it is good to become a better version of yourself? Because there is a version where someone may be now. Maybe he has set goals for himself. He see himself not achieving much. You see people that he began with possibly being ahead of him, and a lot of things may be mitigating against your goals, against your vision, against your dreams, and you want to become a better version of yourself. We don't have much time. I'm going to run down just a few tips, maybe 6.
Okay, sorry, there's a little network issue, so we're trying to rectify it. While we wait, we'll just take a little instrumental.
You must discover yourself
Okay.
in order for you not to be impressing another person. Find out the things that drive you. What are the values that drive you? Okay, you must discover what you can do and what you cannot do. It is good to be motivated by another person. It is good to be challenged by what other individuals are doing. But first of all, you must know what you can do and what you cannot do. It is very, very important. When you don't discover what you can do and what you cannot do, it will make you to be driving in a wrong direction, even with a very high speed. And when you are driving with a very high speed in a wrong direction, you discover that you are not going to get to your destination. So in as much as your speed is important, the speed may be in form of zeal or passion or whatever, your direction is also very important. What you can do, what you have capacity for, very, very important. So you identify your key values, you identify things that drive you, things that make you happy, things that constitute your inner person, things that give you satisfaction when you do them. By doing that, then you will not live by just what people say about you, you live by what you know about yourself. So self-discovery is very, very important if you must become a better version of yourself. Okay, the second thing you must do is to have a determination to become a better version of yourself. Where there is no determination, where you have not made up your mind, maybe as a result of the things you see. I love the second speaker, some references he made, and that's maybe he made reference to the Bible. He talks about some characters in the Bible, and if I may also go that way, I will let you know that there were some persons, some characters in the Bible that achieved, that became better versions of themselves because of their determination. They made up their minds. You know, if you observe the wind, you cannot sow. So for you to become a better version of yourself, you will not remove this factor of having a determination within you. You make up your mind. Things may not be working for your favor. Things may not be going the way you plan it. But because you have a determination, I'll tell you, you definitely pull against all those odds and get to your
destination. Now, the third thing you do is to discipline yourself. You see, where there is no discipline, even if you have your determination and you don't discipline yourself, you may not become a better version of yourself. The reason is because our flesh, loves some pleasure, doesn't like stress. Our flesh, our body system doesn't like stress ordinarily. And so for you to become a better version of yourself, attain to your goals, achieve one thing or another, there must be sometimes you will say no to yourself. That may include no to when you should take your breakfast. Your body is telling you go and sleep. Your body is telling you go and rest. You have tried. You can say no, and those are the things that will make you go extra mile. So there must be that discipline inside of you. This discipline will help you also to spend your money in appropriate things. There are some persons that don't have problem with making money. Their problem is rather spending money. And because they have problem with spending money, they don't discipline themselves when it comes to spending money. They end up shuffling money. They go to the market, they buy things they didn't plan. They go to the market, let's say with $10. They end up buying things they never bargained to buy because they don't have self-discipline when it comes to spending money. And so if you must become a better version of yourself, maybe your problem is savings, but you know that you can save. Your business needs savings because for you to start any business, well, it's true, you can start with a little or no capital, but still, even if you start a business without a capital, you must, at a particular time, involve money. Money must come in for that business to progress and possibly thrive and do well. You need money. Initially, you may not need it. You may need idea. You may need collaboration. You may need investors. You may need one or two things, proposals, submitting a proposal to some persons. But still, money must come into the business. Okay? So if someone does not discipline himself or herself in the area of money, the person will end up shuffling money, buying things that are not necessary, bringing equipment that are not necessary into the business and leaving things that are necessary. And so for you to become a better version of yourself in terms of money, you must discipline yourself. You must know what to buy and what not to buy. You must discipline your taste, the food you eat. You see, starting a business, you need a lot of discipline. The time you sleep, the time you wake up, the kind of food you eat. It's not that when you begin a business, it's not a time to go into loosely buying shirts and some persons call it packaging. But the unfortunate aspect of that packaging is that they are using the money they are supposed to invest into the business, into the key indicators that will help the business to grow, to package themselves. Anyway, it may depend on the kind of business you are into. But if you are going into agro business, for example, what you need that time is what will drive your business, the machines to buy, materials to buy, the raw materials to buy, register your business, make advertisement and all that. You don't need much wonderful luxury, wearing nice clothes and all that, because the clothes you are wearing will not determine whether those people will buy your products or services. All right. So discipline is very, very important when it comes to becoming a better version of yourself. All right. Also, you need to focus on your focus. Focus on your focus. Everybody has a focus. Every lens has a focus. Every camera has a focus. When you bring your camera, you want to capture something, you focus on that particular thing you want to capture. There will be other things within the environment. If you, as this event is going on now, you want to take a picture, photograph of myself or the screen, you will focus on the screen. There will be other things in your environment, in the room where you are, there will be other things, but you will focus on your interest. So you must focus on what is actually your focus. The thing you want. You want to become a better version of yourself. You want your business to become a better version. Maybe you're into tech business, or you are into, you are rendering services to companies, or businesses to either business to business or business to company, or both, and you want to improve it. You want to make a better brand, then you must be focused. There are some persons that often get confused. When they attend the training on tech business, they will tilt towards the tech business. When they attend conferences on agro business, they will shift their mindset and their focus from agro business. When they attend workshops that talk about leadership, talk about things that are may not directly related to their business, they will get interested. You see, at that point in time, the person is not focused. He's only just being carried away by winds. The person comes to social media, sees how his friend or colleague who is into public speaking is doing well, is having a lot of engagement, is being invited in so many platforms and is speaking. The person will forget his focus and wants to go into public speaking. You see, by the time the person is spending and learning this, learning that, learning graphic designing, learning agro business, wanting to go into public speaking, wanting to go into leadership training, wanting to go into politics, wanting to go into buying and selling, wanting to go into construction industry. The person may have spent 3 years going around the circle without achieving anything. Now, those 3 years would have been enough for the person to have moved from the 6th stage of his business, moved from the ideal stage, moved on startup, and begins to even break even. At that point in time, maybe within that 3 years or 4 years or 5 years, the person would have broken even had he or she focused on one thing. All right. So if you must become a better version of yourself, if you must take your business to another level, focus is very important. All right. And that takes me to another thing that is also very important, and that is the issue of procrastination. Right? Procrastination is very, very deadly to individuals, to organizations, to companies, to startups. That thing that you would have done now, postponing it to tomorrow, could pose a very danger to your business or to yourself. So, in covering that, you must look at the 4 quadrants of time management that talks about what is important, what is urgent, what is important and urgent, what is important but not urgent, what is urgent but not important, and all that. You know for the 4 quadrants for time management. So these things should be able to guide you. All right, you should be able to know. Let me give instance, because when you shuffle time, when you use the time you're supposed to use to think, because there is a time for thinking, there's a time for meditation, there's a time for inspiration. When you use that time to play, you discover that you would have scattered yourself. Just some days ago, maybe about 3 days ago or 4 days ago or something like that, a man called me and told me that he wanted to see me. He came to town where I'm living and said he wanted to see me. But I told him we didn't schedule appointment. He came from another town. So we didn't schedule appointment to meet now. And because I don't have appointment with you, I am already doing something else. And so I am not available for your meeting now. He told me what he wanted to meet for, actually very legitimate, but I had another thing. I'll fix another thing at that particular time. And so the person has to go back. We have to fix another time, and we were to meet at 4 p.m. At 4 p.m. I called the person, the same person. I called him on phone. I said, where are you? It is 4 p.m. He told me he was actually wanting to leave that town. That's actually the next town. That time, I told him that means our meeting can no longer hold, because I was thinking that if we begin this meeting at 4 p.m., 4:20, 4:30 we would have done with the meeting. I'll go to do another thing. But no, you are just about leaving the town now. I'll wait for you like an hour or 45 minutes to reach here. I mean, I will be wasting time. We have to cancel the appointment. I have to go to do another thing. Now, we reschedule again for the 3rd time. I want to tell you, on that 3rd time, he was in the meeting 10 minutes before the time we scheduled. So you discover that some of the things that actually waste our time, some of the people that actually waste our time are being wasted because we love it. If you say no to procrastination, to time wasting, you can actually manage your time very well and use your time to do important things. All right. So I am trying to be fast because of our time. Another thing you also do is to find time to serve. Find time to serve. Find time to volunteer. You see, if people, let me use the Nigerian market for example. Nigerian market is a market that buys basically through recommendations, basically through people's testimonies, the testimonies of the testimonies of people who have either bought your products or subscribed to your service, not necessarily what you say to yourself. And so this service, volunteerism, we give you opportunity to learn. We give you opportunity to showcase to the people world what you can offer. And when you eventually move to start your own, it will be easier for you. People would have known you. So find time to serve, find time to learn. Serving will give you opportunity to learn. Serving will give you opportunity to avoid mistakes that you would have made if you have gone directly to begin your own business. And that is why, personally, I am an advocate of mentorship. That is the 7 points I am talking about now. Mentorship. Get a mentor. The importance of getting a mentor cannot be overemphasized. If you must become better, you must have a mentor. You see, I was in a speaking engagement some time ago, and a young man was arguing how that mentorship doesn't work. That same person, I did everything possible to try to convince him that it's very important for someone to have a mentor. He didn't quite agree. That same person, this thing I'm talking about is about 2 years now, or more than that, has been going around the circle. He has been just moving around. Today he's into this, tomorrow he's into the other one, next tomorrow he's into this, because he has not been able to go to a mentor who will trim him, who will streamline him, who will ask him what his purpose is all about and help him to shape it. So when you have a mentor, you will avoid a lot of mistakes. You will get your destination faster with lesser resources. That's the importance of having a mentor. So if you are not having a mentor, if you are doing anything and there's no one you are accountable to, you will end up spending 3 years in a matter you would have spent 2 years. Day before yesterday, I was discussing with someone. He just passed up from NYSC, Nigeria, NYSC. He's a young graduate of engineering. I was giving him some advice. Now, the hints I gave him, the ideas I gave him, and a lot of counsel and encouragement I gave him were things that took me time to discover. In those days, when I mean time, I mean years. Those things took me years to discover, because as at then, I had not gotten a mentor. And eventually, even the things I was telling him were things I discovered by myself, hard experience for that matter, made me get to know those things. Now, those things now that took me years, we no longer take him 3 months, because already I have a fixed appointment with him ending of this month, and he is going to achieve those things faster. So the importance of getting a mentor cannot be overemphasized. So whatsoever you want to do, you want to your business to thrive, you want it to be better, you want to move it to another level, please, if you don't have a mentor, get a mentor. And I want to tell you something. Every mentor has a mentor. Every mentor has a mentor. The person that is mentoring you has someone who is also mentoring him or her. And that person also has someone that is inspiring him or her. So you cannot create an island and stay there and expect your business to be taken to the moon. I repeat, you cannot create an island, stay there, and expect your business to be taken to the moon. You must have a mentor. You must have someone who will discipline you, who will tell you how to spend your money. It's very important. Don't say it's my money, it's my business. No, someone must tell you how to spend the money. Someone must give you an idea how to raise the money, how to invest and do a lot of things. My time is already against me, so I'm going to end my topic here: how to become a better version of yourself. So thank you very much. Thank you, our moderator, Iloke Emeka, and other speakers. And thank you, the management of Standard Skills, Solid Standard Consulting and Media Solutions. Thank you very much.
Very much. We are so grateful to you for this wonderful presentation. You actually highlighted very important and serious matters. You talked about discipline, focus and
We can't hear you. We can't hear. Please, can you unmute your microphone?
muted. It's unmuted. Can you hear me? It's unmuted. Oh,
We can't hear you.
now can you hear me, please? Can you hear me? My
Yes.
We
Thank you very much.
can't hear you, please.
But someone said it. The mic is.
We
is
can hear you,
actually-
sir. We can
I
hear
can
you.
hear you, sir.
I can hear you.
I can hear you here too.
Thank you, Engineer Grace, for that wonderful presentation. You actually highlighted 3 key points that it's very important if anybody wants to succeed in business. Talked about discipline, you talked about focus, and then lastly, avoidance of procrastination. I mean, it's mind-blowing, and which a lot of us have made mistakes in time past, procrastinating and losing focus, doing a whole lot of things at the same time, not achieving so much. There's a saying that goes that a rolling stone gathers no more. And that's exactly what he just explained to us right now. Thank you very much. We really appreciate your time, engineer. God bless you. So we're going to take instrumentals before to actually ease off, the stress of, listening to, skills and a whole lot of stuff. So we're going to listen to instrumentals. When we are back, we'll take the next item on the program. Thank you.
I can't hear you, sir. Unmute yourself.
Can you hear me?
Hear you. Yes, we can hear you, sir. Arjun.
So we have a number of vacancies right here. I think we're going to do that for internship and some program. We have content creation as one of the areas we have vacancies where students can come for internship to learn how to create diverse, captivating content for brands, developing your writing skills, designing skills, and communication skills, and also to have access to opportunities for mentorship, among others. We equally have the area of entrepreneurship. Okay, on the area of entrepreneurship, we have learning basics of entrepreneurship, going into the field for practice and projects, and equally gaining entrepreneurial experience, access to business secrets, and information and opportunities. And lastly, we have business mentorship. So those are the areas we have vacancies, which it's actually open to people. Then one of the qualifications for all of this, one, it's a minimum qualification is SSCA. Okay, the next one is that the person must be ready ready to learn and work. Then lastly is application letter must be sent to standard consultmedia@gmail.com, and you can work from anywhere. So the most important thing is you have your gadgets all available. So if you are interested in any of these vacancies, you're interested in any of these areas, you call this number 081. It's actually displayed on the screen. 081 1032 2827. Let me go again. 081 1032 2827. So these are the numbers you're going to call to be able to get across to Standard Consulting and Media Solution Limited opportunities you may be interested in. Applications to Standard Consult media@gmail.com. Let me go again. Standard Consult media@gmail.com. You send your application to that aforementioned email address. So we're actually getting close to the to what I call the the expected hour too, because other things we've been doing, they're wonderful, we've learned to learn, but we're going to actually meet the host. That's the brain behind this great occasion. We're going to meet her right now, a wonderful woman, a woman of timber and caliber. I'm going to read her profile. We know much about her before she comes on board to talk. Actually, up to you. Okay, our host is another person other than Mrs. Phoebe Christian. She is a certified professional life coach, skills trainer, content creator, author, ghostwriter, editor, and publisher. I know it's already on the screen, so soon will be talking to us. She's going to break the ice. Okay, she's the founder of Standard Skills Academy, where she and her team train youth on technical skills, vocational skills, and soft skills. She's also the #1 agent for a seamless business, company, church, school, NGO, association registrations with CAC, FIRS, JTB, Smeden, that's SMEDAN. She is a beautiful CEO and the lead consultant of Standard Consulting and Media Solution. All she does are focused on, helping individuals and organizations hit their goals and dreams through various, services she offers in her companies. Okay, Phoebe Christian is a beautiful wife to engineer Chris, who just spoke to us a few minutes ago. Okay, a square peg in a square hole, and the mother of two smart kids. And Mrs. Phoebe Christian, you're welcome to the podium. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Iloke. I'm so excited and glad to have you all join me in the unveiling of this great company that is set out to help individuals and organizations, thank you, achieve their dreams. Okay, so it's my turn to speak, and I'll be speaking on the theme of this event, which is endowed but wasting. Well, I have quite a short time to speak on this, so I'm going to come back for another training on this particular topic. So with the short time I have, let's just delve into the matter. Okay, endowed but wasting. Very briefly, first of all, why is someone endowed but wasting? Why is that so? Because, when we talk about someone being endowed, the person has so much access, and then the person is endowed. The person has many things. For instance, one of the days I discovered that I have at least 18 things in me that I can use, or I could use, to impact lives, to achieve more of my dreams, and also bring in more income to my business. Now, every person who is born in this world, I mean, every person, which includes you listening to us today, is born with at least one thing, one talent. And that one alone can turn your life around. Of course, we must have known stories of people, just one thing that they took hold of and used it to change their life. So why is it that people are endowed? People have so many things in them, but still can be said to be wasting. What does it mean for someone to be wasting? What that means, or what it means for those things the person has in them to be wasting, is that, of course, I've already said it. You are endowed, you have talents of singing, you have the talent of speaking, you have the talent of, going out there to, in fact, making people smile and laugh. For instance, we know of William Suchemba, who said why he went into comedy is because he watched a particular video, something like that, and then from what he saw, he decided to help people who are sad get happiness by the videos he makes. Now he understood that he has that endowment. He's endowed with the skill of making people laugh. And he put it to work, he put it to use, and he has affected lives. So when someone is endowed but wasting, that happens because the person probably has these gifts but doesn't know how to use them. That is one. Why someone will also be endowed but wasting is because the person is lazy. You see, laziness, one of my books, my first book, which is 5 things you need to start doing to achieve your vision. In that book, I talked about the cankers that eat up people's dreams, that prevent people from achieving their dreams. Now, one of the things I talked about is this issue of laziness. See, the truth is this: even though you are endowed, you have so many things in you to do, you are blessed with so many talents. If you are a lazy person, you cannot achieve much. You cannot do much. If, for instance, if I was a lazy person, there is no way on this earth I'll be able to be running 2 companies at the same time. The people who succeed are the people who are up and doing. So why someone may be endowed, if you think you are endowed, you think that you are blessed with so many talents. If they call, for instance, there's a young man I know in my area here. Oh my God, this person is blessed with so many. I don't know the thing you will mention that he doesn't know how to do. Sincerely speaking, I don't know. Now, such a person is endowed. If you call him for this, he is there and ready to deliver perfectly. You call him for another thing, he is ready to deliver again perfectly. So, how can someone be endowed with such things and yet be wasting? That is one, because the person is lazy. Secondly, that also happens when some people are not able to identify those things that they are endowed with. I have gotten, of course, in my job, in the work I do, running this company, I have gotten people who, have come to me, my DM, or called me on phone, complaining how that they don't know where to start from. They have so many things they want to do, but they don't know just, where to start from, what to begin with. Now, when you are endowed with such things, but you don't know where to begin from, and because you don't know where to start from, you are doing nothing. That is wasting. You're wasting your time. You're wasting the time on earth you have, because everybody has a given time on earth. And once that time is up, we will leave. So if you're not able to identify those things you are endowed with, you will spend your time here on earth achieving nothing. Whereas some other persons are achieving so much, even in a day, so much. Another reason also why people, are endowed but are wasted is because, like one of the speakers mentioned mentorship. Some people have not understood the importance of mentorship. Having a mentor, I tell you, helps a lot. It helps a lot. It helps you, escape mistakes you would have made. Go ask entrepreneurs who are successful today. Ask Dangote in Nigeria. We all know Mark Zuckerberg. Let's go ask him. You'll see that because they began, and then some of them, when they began, didn't have people who could mentor them. Many of them made mistakes. Many of them learned from their mistakes until they found mentors. And if you make research and find out, you will see that when they got mentors, the mistakes they made began to reduce. They began to make less mistakes because they had someone to guide them. That is the duty of a mentor. The people in my mentorship group, I know I've helped them prevent certain mistakes. They've been able to avoid certain mistakes because they have someone who is mentoring them on how to achieve their life dreams. So that is on that. I want to make sure I also stick to the time that I have, because I also give myself a time, to speak, and I must stick to that. So even though I still have so much things to say on this, let's go on to the next point also. Now, we need to also know that though we are endowed, we have enemies. There are enemies of endowment. What this means is that you are endowed and I am endowed, and there are things. When I talk about enemies, I don't mean people. I don't even go to that area. There are enemies of endowment, and let's talk about two. Firstly, what is the first one I'm going to talk about? Self. Yourself. The mind. You see, even though the mind can act both positively and negatively, it depends on you, which is why I said both self and the mind. If you don't allow yourself if you allow yourself, first of all, to get overwhelmed, like Susheta talked about, allowing your environment to affect you. If you let yourself get overwhelmed with your environment and probably with your family background, you will prevent yourself from achieving those things that are in you. In fact, do you know that your family background, the environment where you are, could rather propel you to achieve more than you would have achieved? Do you know that? But that only happens when you are able to understand this and tell yourself that my environment, even though it stands as an enemy because everything around me seems to be fighting what I am blessed with. Probably where you live, your country, or your family background, or every other thing. Even you as a person, probably you have one challenge or the other as a person physically. Now, that could be like an enemy, but you can tell yourself that this thing I'm rather going to make this thing to be used for good, to help me achieve my dreams, to help me bring out those things I'm blessed with. So now that we've talked about this first point, let's also talk about the second one. And we have already talked about both of them, which is self, okay? Yourself, you, okay, as a person, the things in you, the traits you are made of could be enemies, okay? Because what is an enemy? An enemy is something or someone who stands against your progress, who is like a stumbling block to your achieving greatness, to fulfilling your dreams, to helping you reach the zenith of your careers. That is an enemy. So look around you, you will see that there are so many enemies within and without, within you and around you. Identify these enemies and wage war. Wage war against them. So, are you endowed? If you are endowed, and I don't even need to say if, because yes, you are endowed. You are endowed. I want you to look deep into yourself. You will see at least one thing that you can do. That is your endowment. That thing is one key you have already in your hands to changing your status. Another thing I'm also going to talk about is that you
Oh, we can't hear you anymore. We can't hear you.
Oh my, sorry about that. Okay, so let's continue. I'm going to be summarizing right now because I think my time should be up now. So we are talking about being endowed but wasting. My dear friends, you are not a waste, okay? Everything begins from the mind. You see, I have gotten to where I am today, of course, not just by myself, but also I had to tell myself some basic truth. Before I began to run a company, and even before running this company, I already have established another one, which is a skills academy, where we train youths on skills. Now, before I went into entrepreneurship, I was working as a staff of a school. I knew what I had in me. Of course, it's when it comes to graphic designing, we're talking about endowment, but wasting. When it comes to graphics, I don't need to be taught. Okay, designing. I don't need to be taught how to design. It is in me. When it comes to using digital, whatever, anything digital, I am good there. Now, I come to find out that I am working in a school. And because of my principles already, I was already making great impact in that school, such that it was difficult for them to let me go. But I had to tell myself the truth. I am endowed. I have gifts in me. The longer I stay here, yes, I'll be helping the school management. I'll be helping them. But my dreams will still be kept in the cooler. And I don't know how many more years I have left to spend on this earth. I cannot leave this world without releasing the things I have been endowed with. So when the opportunity came, after I took in, I had to go and leave. From the leave, I tried out some things and told myself, also with the guidance of from my husband. I told myself that it's time. Even though it was painful leaving the school, because I love the children there. Oh my God, they took me as their best teacher, as their mother. I took them as my children. But I knew that this was the time to just go face my dreams. I have gotten the experience I need to get. I've gotten the trainings. I've taught in so many schools. So when it comes for me to run my skills academy, I've gotten the information I need. I've gotten the skills I need. Now, this is that's why I made this. I'm talking about this. We are talking also that makes that makes people's dreams, people's talents to waste is fear. Some of you here listening to us or listening to me, some of you are scared of taking the risk. Some time ago, some days back, probably 2 or 3 days ago, I went to a place and there I saw a lady I know so well and her husband. When I saw them, I saw the business, the work they were doing, the business they were doing. Suddenly, I just felt pity, particularly for the lady, because I said in my heart, oh, such a beautiful young lady. Probably she must have had dreams for herself before she began to do this one, or probably before she got married. She had dreams for herself. But maybe because they are scared, even the husband, probably they are scared of achieving, of going out, taking the risk, whatever it be, let it be. Esther in the Bible said, if I perish, I perish. This must be done. So some of you here are afraid. What is it going to be if I take the risk to launch into my dreams? My dear friend, no matter how long you stay, in fact, it is better you start early. That's what I tell people around me. Start when you are young. Why not go out and ask people who are advanced age? They will tell you one regret they have for some of them. And that regret would be that they wished they began on time. So this is where I'm going to be stopping my speech. I wish I had more time to say more, but we'll draw the curtain here. And I'm going to close with this. Dear listeners, you are endowed. Okay? You have what it takes to go launch out there, get your dreams on the roll, go get them done, and see where you will be in 5 years' time, in 10 years' time. You will never be where you are today. That is the truth. If you need my help, of course, I'm here. That is what Standard Consulting and Media Solutions is for, to help you bring your dreams to reality. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The brain behind this gathering today. Thank you so much for that wonderful presentation on, endowed and wasting. I mean, that's the greatest of all mistakes any person can make. And from what we've learned today, it is good we put all of our endowments to work so that we don't waste while we have all of those endowments. We're so much grateful to. And I believe that we're going to work with what we've learned because information, especially the application of information, it's power. And I would tell you, we've gotten so much from this wonderful unveiling of this great company. And we're so grateful to you. And just like you told us, we're here to hear more. And just the time is not there for us, but we can say we've gotten so much. We're going to be taking, we're going to look at the services services that Standard Consulting and Media Solution Limited actually offers. So we're going to go through it. I think it's going to be displayed on the screen, but I'm going to just read a few of them so that we can move on. Basically, Standard Consulting and Media Limited provides to individuals, organizations, different services, helping them hit their goals and make their dreams become a reality. Some of the services include incorporation of registrations. That's registration of pre or post incorporation, such as business names, companies, schools, churches, NGOs, an association. The second of their services is audio and video transcription. The transcription of audio and videos of ISBN or ISSN and editing and proofreading. Another service is writing services, book writing, that's ghostwriting, book development, CV writing, cover letter writing, content writing, proposal writing, and business planning writing. And lastly, which is not least, is consulting and coaching, business visibility consulting, career consulting, purpose discovery consulting, personal development consulting, and life coaching. These are the major services that Standard Consulting and Media Solution Limited offers. So we're going to, having heard all of that, if you have need of any of this, please you run. Actually, get in contact or in touch with Standard Consulting and Media Solutions Limited. So basically, we want to look at promo. We have a number of things that are on promo in the company. One of them is, the first is 15% discount on all CAC registration. That's Corporate Affairs Commission registration, 15% discount. What a promo. And on publishing and publications, we have 10% discount on all publications and publishing services. Discount, 20% discount on all consultancy services. So if you have any need of consultancy services, all you need to do is just to get in touch with Standard Consulting and Media Solution Limited. And on writing of books by the CEO, that's ebooks, they have 10% discount. And lastly, 20% discount on speaking engagement. Okay, on teaching engagement fee. So if you want to learn public speaking, you have to rush now while the promo still lasts. So I think the CEO of Standard Consulting Media and Media Solution Limited will tell us when this promo is going to elapse. So we equally have a coupon code for the promos. So if you want to book a session with us, you have the code here. The code is UNV3IL20. So that's the coupon code for the promo. So on the speaking engagements, what we do is you call the company you invite the company to come and speak in any of your events. If you want maybe moderations, MC, and all of that in programs, you can actually invite them come on. And the next event will be announced now. Okay, as we have. Okay, so I think it will be displayed on the screen. The next event, that's we're gradually getting closer to this great program. Okay, so we're waiting for the next one. Waiting for the next program. That's grabbing the reins, how to take control of your life to fulfilling your dreams. And that will be actually displayed on the screen. Okay. Okay, that will be displayed soon. So we just wait for it. Okay, to register for that, it is just a sum of 2,000 naira. That's $5. We have hitting your Scres dream in 2023. Registration fee is just 3,500 naira, a webinar fee because it's going to be online. $8. The next one is December end of the year celebration. And no fee is free. So there are a lot of stuffs now because they are actually running on promo. So you may not get all of this after now. So it's good we now register for any of these services, and so that you can have have yourself developed. So we're going to look at the online links, the Facebook links. I think it will be displayed soon. It will be displayed soon. Online links, so that you can actually. Okay, our YouTube link is actually here. We're working on that, basically. Working on that. So I think it will be displayed on the screen so that you can see. Okay, yes. After now, we're going to give you a kind of airtime giveaway. It will be displayed on the screen. On the screen. I'm trying to just fix that. So you get ready to get the airtime. It's a giveaway. So you'll be on the alert to get yours. Okay. So we are gradually wrapping up this the program. So the airtime giveaway. I'm going to display it on the screen. We're still working on it. So I'm trying to get it here. Ask me a few minutes. I'm going to get it. Okay. So just little patience, please. We are trying to get it across, please. Trying to get it across. So just get your phone ready. We're going to just display. Just get your phone ready. We have a number of them here. So we're looking at somebody who is very fast. Okay. Yeah. So just little patience. We're trying to get it done. Yeah. Before we actually display the airtime, please just one airtime for one person. If you've gotten one, just your stop so that the next person can get one. Okay, and it's only for students. Only for students. Okay, only for students. So we are trying to display it. Okay, at worst case scenario, I can call the numbers. I think I can call the numbers. Yeah, I can call the numbers. Okay, so I'm going to call the numbers. Okay, so I'm starting with this one, which is MTN. I'm calling MTN. So let's go. MTN, it's 9 832 9382 1625 47 92 92 583. Let me go again. 9832 1625 47 92 92 583. That's for MTN. I'm calling the next one, another one. Okay. The next one is 6785 597 3932 46 5663. I'm calling again. I hope we're getting it. Okay, all are MTN cards. I'm calling the next one. Let me call the second one again. 67 85 5973 9324 65663. The next one, all MTN 781061 5130 8030 846. Let me go again. 781061 5130 8030 846. The next one, 6983 0862 6628 83 0862 6628 18606. I think I'm going to take the last one. 6581 43 97 37 61 55 287. I take it for the last time. 6581 43 97 37 61 55 287. Okay, I think we've gotten all of that. If there's any number we didn't get, I think we can actually indicate. Okay, like I said, we're gradually getting to the end of this event. And I believe so much that a lot of us have gotten so much from this program. So in this time, the CEO of Standard Consulting and Media Solution Limited will still come on board to actually give it a wrapping point. Okay. Yes. So our CEO okay, so he will come on board. We've not been able to display the Telegram and YouTube links, but I think before, at the end of it, before we actually wrap up this event, we will display. But I think the last thing we're going to take now is the closing remark from the CEO. I think she can come on board.
All right, thank you very much. I'm so excited. I'm trying to continue it. Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Iloke Emeka. Special thanks to our guest speakers, Sushita from India, Dr. Kishore from India, who, even though he went on a vacation, needed to be here for me this day. I really appreciate the sacrifice. I also thank Mr. Emeka Onuchukwu for the powerful teaching he gave today. I also thank Engineer Chris Ebia for his own wonderful teaching. I know that you have all impacted lives today. Special thanks also to our special guests, okay, who we gave special invitations to. And I won't fail to also thank my wonderful clients and customers who have over the years patronized us. Okay, thank you for trusting our brand to deliver. Special thanks also to all of you who have joined us here to grace this wonderful occasion with us here on the Zoom platform and watching us from Facebook and YouTube. You are also amazing. Thank you so much. I won't fail also to thank Mr. Solomon Oroge for having been there for me. He's been such a wonderful man. Oh my God, I don't have time to spend on this, but thank you so much, sir. And your investments in my companies and in my life will never be in vain. I won't fail to thank my parents. Yes, they have ever been so supportive. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Dad. Thanks to my family, to my amazing children who have been able to bear with me for the past week, 1 week, where I've been trying to plan for this event. They've been so patient with me. Thank you, and special thanks to God Almighty. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much, everybody. Thanks to Pastor David, who has also been there to help me with everything that has to do with the technical department. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for that wonderful closing remark. We're going to call on Pastor Solomon Oroge to take us on a closing prayer. I mean, praying for the company and possibly taking closing prayer. Pastor Solomon Oroge, please, are you on standby? Pastor Solomon Oroge?
Yes, he's here with us.
Okay, thank you. So you're welcome, sir. Please, you can unmute your mic. Check whether your mic is on. It's muted. You can unmute it.
Yeah, he will soon be here, please.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Okay, I think he went off, even though he's online. Please,
Okay.
Let me specially welcome Mr. Iba Butochukwu to make the closing prayer. Engineer, please, you're welcome.
Can you hear me?
It's not closing.
Yes, we can.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yes,
Good
we can.
evening.
Please, yeah.
Welcome, engineer.
Okay, sir.
Let's pray. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can. Go on, please.
Okay. Father, we thank you for everything you've done. Thank you for such mercy that you have granted unto us. Lord, we ask you that as you have started something, that what will be coming out of this great event will be beyond our expectation in Jesus' name.
Amen.
We ask that you bless everyone that have contributed his or her efforts in one way or the other, that you multiply our speakers, the wisdom, the knowledge, that this stepping stone is going to be something beyond our imagination in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you, Lord, for such wonderful privilege. We give you all the glory. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you, engineer.
Amen. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. So at this juncture, we've actually come to the end of this great event. And I believe that everyone was blessed. Thank you very much. Okay. Bye for now.
Grace that you have shown so great, and I never gave up. You have given me free of charge. The love and grace that you have shown so great, and I can never pay back. You have given me free of charge. And I say, I can never pay back. You have given me free of charge. Oh, I can never pay back. You have given me free of charge. How many rands do I have to start? Many sacrifices do I have to offer? You've given your son once and for all, and I don't have to pay no, it's free of charge. You put sufficient plan all by yourself. You didn't need my help. No, you don't need my gift. If you were a man, you would have acted I should pay. But you had done it for me. Free of charge. Never pay, but you have given me free. I can never pay that. I can never pay. Oh, love and grace. So great, I can never pay back. And given me free of charge. Take somebody I can never pay more. You have given me free. I can never pay. I can never pay. Free of charge. I can never